I set the last wine glass on the dining table, stepping back to check my work. The grilled chicken shines under the glow of the chandelier in our suburban Atlanta home, served on Grandma Rose's vintage porcelain plates. The tablecloth, a gift from Mom's quilting club, lies perfectly smooth across the oak table. "Emma, did you grab the extra napkins?" Linda Carter calls from the living room, where she's chatting with her book club friend, Susan Miller. The TV hums softly in the background, tuned to the exact volume my mother insists on. "Got them right here," I reply, folding the napkins into neat triangles, just how she likes. My hands move with precision, honed by 15 years of these small concessions. My cousin Jake pulls into the driveway with a bottle of Chardonnay, giving me a quick hug before rushing to greet Mom. The Wilsons from across the street arrive next, carrying a gift wrapped in gold foil. It's a small gathering, just 6 of us to celebrate the woman who raised me. When everyone's seated, I raise my glass. "To Mom, on your birthday. May this year bring you happiness and—" "Actually," Linda interrupts, her voice sharp as the ice in her sweet tea, "I'd like to say something." She smooths her napkin and scans the table like a judge addressing a courtroom. "You've all been so sweet to come today. At my age, birthdays make you think about what really matters." Her eyes land on me, cold despite her smile. "And the best gift my daughter could give me. It would be to get out of my life." The room goes still. Susan's fork hovers over her plate. Jake stares at his glass. The silence stretches, heavy and awkward. "Mom!" My voice cracks, a question hanging in the humid Georgia air. "You've done enough, Emma," she says lightly, as if commenting on the weather. 15 years is plenty of sacrifice. Time we both move on." My hands freeze in my lap. 6 pairs of eyes dart between us, witnessing the moment my world cracks open. I stand, my napkins slipping to the hardwood floor. Without a word, I grab my jacket from the hall closet and step out into the warm southern evening. Behind me, the birthday cake sits untouched on the counter, its candles unlit. The night air soothes my flushed face as I wander the cul-de-sac. 15 years ago, I was 28, thriving in my graphic design program at Savannah College of Art and Design. My professor, Dr. Larson, called my portfolio groundbreaking and mentioned contacts at Atlanta galleries. Then came the call. "Emma, I've had a fall on my knee." Mom's voice shook over the line. "The doctor says surgery, months of recovery, you're all I've got." 3 days later, I packed 2 duffels, thinking I'd return to school in a semester. That semester stretched to a year, then 5, then 15. My life slipped away while I wasn't looking. The days after the birthday dinner blur together. By day 4, my phone buzzes nonstop. Linda Carter's name lights up the screen. I let it go to voicemail. Instead, I open the notebook I bought at last year's Black Friday sale but never used. On the first page, I write, "I've been erased from my own story." The words stare back, raw and real. I lock my bedroom door, the soft click feeling like a rebellion. Memories flood in. I recall coming home from a weekend design workshop to find my old room repainted. The teal walls I'd picked were now a dull taupe. Mom beamed, proud of her surprise. "Thought the room needed a refresh," she said. My sketchbooks were boxed up, my posters gone, my space reshaped to her taste. It was one of countless moments, small thefts that buried the person I was under the person she needed. In the mirror, I study my reflection. When did these crow's feet creep in? When did my posture slump like this? My career, my friends, my chance at love, all sacrificed for duty. The woman staring back is a stranger. The next morning, I'm at Peachtree Community Bank, clutching my account statement under the fluorescent lights. A pit grows in my stomach from the birthday fallout. I've barely spoken to Linda, our paths crossing silently in the house. "Next, please." The teller, Brenda, smiles as I step up. Her graying hair reminds me of Dr. Larson. "I need to review my account for the past year," I say, sliding my ID across. "Of course, Miss Harper." Brenda's fingers fly over the keyboard. Her smile falters. "Everything okay?" I ask. She hesitates. "There've been transfers from your joint account with Linda Carter to one in her name only." "How much?" "In the last year," she clicks through. $9,200. My grip tightens on the counter. "Can I see the transfer records?" My voice sounds far away. Brenda pulls up digital copies and prints them. "All authorized with your signature," she says. "But they're not mine. The cursive is too tight, the flourish wrong." "These aren't my signatures," I whisper. Brenda's face softens. "This isn't the first time. Your mother told our manager you approved all household expenses last month." The world tilts. I thank Brenda and leave with a folder of records. At home, voices spill from the kitchen. Linda and Susan sit over coffee mugs. They go quiet when I walk in. "Emma, we were just talking about you," Linda says brightly. The pearl brooch on her sweater, grandma roses, missing from my jewelry box since Easter, catches the light. "Were you?" I grab a water from the fridge, keeping my back to them. "Just saying how devoted you are," Linda continues. "Giving up everything for me." I turn. Susan's eyes hold pity, clashing with Mom's calm smile. "That's one way to put it," I say. Susan shifts. "How's the porch repair going?" Linda said it was pricey. "Porch repair," my voice sharpens. "The storm damage from March," Linda says smoothly. "You remember, honey. No storm, no damage, no repairs." "Must have slipped my mind," I say. Later, while Linda's at her book club, I search her desk. Under her tax files, I find property papers. The deed to our house, my childhood home in this Atlanta suburb, shows my ownership stake reduced from equal to minor. I check my personal savings online. $1,892. Last year, it was $15,000, my emergency fund from my part-time job at the local library. In the attic, my art supplies, professional brushes, premium paints, canvases, are gone, replaced by bins labeled Linda's Craft Corner in her handwriting. When I confront her, she waves me off from her recliner. "I donated that junk. You weren't using it. I needed space for my scrapbooking." "Those were my professional supplies," I say. "You had no right." "This is my house, Emma," she snaps. "I thought I made that clear at my birthday." The next day, Susan calls. "Is Linda there?" "At her book club," I reply. "Listen, Emma," her voice drops. "She's telling everyone you're unstable, forgetting things, acting erratic. She showed us a brochure for a care facility, saying she might need to make arrangements for you." My throat tightens. "Why tell me this?" "Because it's wrong, and I've seen how she treats you." I meet with an attorney, Sarah Coleman, that afternoon. I spread bank statements, forged signatures, and altered deeds across her desk. "Financial exploitation by family is common but provable," she says. "We can protect what's left of your assets." Driving home through Atlanta's sprawl, I debate confronting Linda or planning my exit quietly. Confrontation might feel good, but strategy might save what's mine. What would you do when the person who should love you most is undermining you? 3 days later, Jake leaves a voicemail. "Emma, Mom says you're acting off. We're worried." "Call me." I delete it. Linda's already spinning her narrative. That afternoon, Mrs. Wilson watches me from her porch, her usual wave replaced by a cold stare. Overheard through an open window. "Such a shame when the caregiver needs help," she whispers to her husband. Linda says she's having episodes. That night, an envelope slides under my door. Not Linda's monogrammed stationery, but plain paper. Family meeting. Saturday, 2 p.m., Susan's house. My name's missing from the guest list. I'm a topic, not a person. The next day, my credit card statement shows charges I didn't make. A designer purse, dinners at Buckhead restaurants, a spa weekend in Savannah. Total, $53.20. At the credit bureau, the clerk's face turns grim. 3 accounts opened in your name in the last 10 months. Were you aware? I shake my head. You might want to file a fraud report. It's tricky when it's family. The doorbell startles me the next day. I peek out, only a FedEx driver dropping a package. Still, my heart races. My birth certificate, social security card, and passport are missing from the filing cabinet. My college diplomas are gone from the wall, leaving faint outlines. I start carrying my ID in my pocket, snapping photos of my room daily to track changes. A pen moved, a drawer ajar, my glasses missing. Then a lifeline, a note under my door on plain paper. You are not invisible. You are not wrong. No signature, but I smell the jasmine of Mrs. Larson's hand cream, the neighbor down the street who nods kindly at the grocery store. I tuck the note into my notebook, its words grounding me. Saturday arrives. Voices fill the kitchen, Jake's low tone, Susan's laugh, Linda's cane tapping the linoleum. I linger in the hall. She won't listen, Linda says, her voice quivering theatrically. After all I've done. We'll talk sense into her, Jake says. I step into the doorway. They freeze. Emma, Jake stands, his tone a mix of worry and judgment. We need to talk about your behavior, the spending, the paranoia. My behavior, I whisper. Is it paranoid to question forged signatures? The doorbell rings. I open it to Sarah Coleman, briefcase in hand, and Mrs. Larson, her gray hair glowing in the sunlight. I hope I'm not intruding, Mrs. Larson says firmly. I thought you'd want a witness. Sarah lays out bank records and forged signatures. These transfers were unauthorized, she says calmly. The signatures are confirmed forgeries. Linda pales. Susan stares at her coffee. That's impossible, Jake stammers. It's documented, Sarah continues. including credit accounts opened in Miss Harper's name without consent. I stand tall. I'm freezing the joint accounts today and separating property. You can't, Linda snaps. I'm your mother. Being my mother doesn't give you my life, I say. Mrs. Larson adds, I've heard Linda admit to signing Emma's name, saying it was simpler. I'll testify if needed. The meeting ends with Jake leading Linda and Susan out, his confidence shaken. Sarah outlines next steps while Mrs. Larson makes tea. The house feels bigger, like it's finally making room for me. Later, I return from a walk to find the front door ajar. Linda's in the living room, my suitcases open, packing my clothes. What are you doing? I ask. Giving you your independence, she says without looking up. Her control is slipping, but it doesn't scare me. It frees me. 2 days later, the locksmith hands me new keys. All set, ma'am. 4 doors, new deadbolts. No one's getting in without your okay. I grip the keys, their edges sharp. After he leaves, I walk the house, locking and unlocking, claiming it as mine. Linda's things are moved to the guest room. My phone buzzes with Sarah's text. Accounts separated. Passwords reset. 7 forgeries documented. When Linda returns, her old key fails. Through the window, I see her frustration build, her hand jabbing the lock. Our eyes meet. Your things are in the guest room, I say through the cracked door. We need to talk about the forgeries. This is outrageous, she shouts, loud enough for the neighbors. My own daughter locks me out. My house, I correct. Grandma Rose's deed lists me as primary owner. The one you tried to change. Her tears start, but I close the door. That night, Susan calls. Linda's holding a family meeting at my place tomorrow, she says, hesitant. I thought you should know.